Alright, so earlier we gave a brief description about operators and the type of operators we have. So for this tutorial, we'll be talking about the various operators we have. Okay, let me get my laser pen. Yeah, there we go. We have arithmetic operators. That's the first one we'll be dealing with. Are used to perform simple mathematical operations like add, subtract, multiply, divide, exponential, and modulus. Okay, so we know just like we have it in mathematical form and other programming language, PHP also supports arithmetic operation. This is where it gets interesting. So with PHP, you can build a software as simple as a simple calculator, which will be showing you very soon. We can build as simple as a simple calculator. We can create a data set for a table to add the sum of students, to add the grade of students, to calculate the grade and all those. So PHP also supports calculation. So we'll be talking about the various operation data types within the next I said data type, the arithmetic operators, and the next in our text editor now. So let's head over to our text editor. Okay, so we are back to our text editor, and we have two variables, x and y, x with the value of 15 and y with the value of 12. I want to perform these basic operations on it. I'm going to go ahead and add a break tag. Don't forget, I talked about concatenation. This full stop I'm putting is to concatenate this with concatenate a variable with a string. So I'm going to add this so that we can have a break after every operation. Let's come back here. Let us reload. We have our arithmetic. The first one says addition, which is x plus y, 15 plus 12. We have 27, subtract them. We have divide, dividing 15 by 12 with this. Multiply 15 by 12, we have this. Then we have an exponential, that is 15 raised to the power of 12. We're having this. And for modulo, modulo is when you divide an operand, it displays the remainder. If we have x modulo y, it means 15, 12. 12 can go in 15 one time and it's remaining 3. So that is why you have 3 here. So a modulus are used to find the remainder after a division operation has been carried out. So you can play around with your arithmetic operators. I'll be giving an assignment on arithmetic operators that we can play around with. Okay, now we are back to the assignment operators. For the assignment operators, they are used to assign values to different variables, with or without mid operations. Here are the assignment operators along with their syntax and operations. We have the equals sign. This assigns an operand to the left and it obtains the value of the operand to the right. If we say variable x is equal to variable y, if we declare two variables, say x is equal to 10 and y equals to 15, and we say x is equals to y, that is to say for x who is equals to 10 and y equals to 15, both x and y will become 15, which is the value of x. We have the plus equals to, it means add then assign. So maybe let us go into the details further so you see what we have. Okay, so if you come to our text editor, we have them here. X is equals to y, x plus equals to y, x minus equals to y, x divisor, and we go to our browser to see what they look like. We reload, and we can see we have 12, 24. Now what did the first one say? It said x is equals to y. So the result says x is now taking the value of y. That is why we have 12 at the first one. The second one says add x to add y to x and make it equals to x. That is to say, the value of x becomes the value of y added to itself. That's why we have 24. Okay. So if we come back to our text editor, we have here, for the first operation, x is equals to y, we see what it is. X is equals to y, that is, x is now taking the value of y, which is 12. We come to the second one, comment it out. We open up the second one, which says x plus equals to y. Now this is the same thing as saying variable x equals to x plus variable y. It's the same thing. So we come to our browser and we have 27. Why? Because it's saying the value of x now should be the added value of y to it. Also, who can guess what this is going to be? The value of x subtracts the value of y before making it the value of x. Your guess is as good as mine. We have 3. Okay, good. So we have that and that and that and that. We can do the remaining one, play around and see what we have around. Then we have the comparison operators. The PHP comparison operators are used to compare two values, number or strings. We have the equals. For writing equals in PHP, we'll discover that since we'll be writing single. This single is not an equal sign. It means this value is assigned to this value. But for equal, it means when you have a double equal, it means it returns true if x is equal to y. That is, if the value are exactly equal. 3 equal sign means they are identical. It means it returns the value that they are equal and they are the same type at the same time. We have the exclamation and the equal means it's not equal. Then we have also not equal can be used to represent this. It's not greater than, it's not less than, so it's not equal to. We have is not exactly identical. We have greater than, we have less than, we have greater than or equal to, we have less than or equal to. Then we have a spaceship. The spaceship returns an integer less than, equal to, or greater than 0, depending on if x is less than, equal to, or greater than y. So we'll be seeing these examples in the text editor. Okay, now we have in our text editor as is written, but to make that we want to compare two numbers and the number must be identical for us to make that comparison, because we know by default that the value of x and the value of y are not the same thing. So let us go ahead and modify these values. Let us make this a string with 15 and let us come and check it out. To do that, we are going to have it display in a variable dump, because like we've seen, a variable dump is what shows us the type of data we are dealing with. So if we come to a variable dump like this and we'll go to our browser and reload, we can see that it is true. Why? Because this value we also display 15. This will display 15 and this will also display 15. So it is saying it that it's a true value. Okay, so as you can see from the first one we did, now let's check the second example also. So if we say, is this exactly equal to and alike? Let us check what it's going to have. We say it's saying false. Why is it saying false? It is saying false because though the numbers are equal, though it is 15 that is displayed and displayed as 15, but it's not exactly the same, because this is a string, this is a string, and this is an integer. So we can see what it looks like. If we have the other one, we have is not equal to, let's see what we're going to get. We are going to have false because it's actually equal to. But if we have, is it exactly it's not exactly equal to, we have a true because it is not exactly equal to. We can go on and on. We can say, is it greater than? We have false because it is not greater than. We can say, is it less than? We reload. Is false because it's not less than. We can say, is it less than or equal to? It's going to be true because it is equal to, though it's not less than. Let's see this spaceship operator and see what it's going to look like. So if we have it, is it a spaceship operator? What do we have? We have int 0. It is 0 because it's only, the condition for a spaceship operator says that it returns an integer less than, equal to, or greater than 0, depending on if x is less than, equal to, or greater than. Since it is equal to, it is not greater than, and it is not less than, it is returning 0. So that's just all on comparison operators. We can go ahead and walk through it to see the different things we can do with it and make one or two different comparisons.